At 3:07 in the morning, my phone started buzzing like it had something urgent to say. Like it wasn't some random robocall or wrong number. It vibrated once, twice, then just kept going, cutting through the pitch-black quiet of my bedroom. The first thing I felt wasn't panic or confusion. It was this deep, bone-chilling cold that sneaks into your veins when you know deep down, everything is about to flip upside down forever. I squinted at the glowing screen, still half asleep. Unknown caller. Picked up anyway. A guy's voice came through, shaky and short of breath. Is this Alex? My grip tightened on the phone. Yeah, speaking. Long painful pause. Then, man, I don't even know how to tell you this. My wife. She's with your wife right now. I shot upright so fast the bed creaked loud in the silence. What? Who is this? What are you talking about? My name's Marcus, he said, sounding like he'd just sprinted a mile. My wife just told me everything. She said she's at our place right now with a woman named Sophia, your wife. My heart basically skipped a beat. You're full of crap. I swear I wish I was. In the dark I could hear my own pulse pounding in my ears. Marcus's voice cracked. I figured you had a right to know. The line went dead before I could even form words. For a second the room was completely still, the kind of stillness that feels louder than screaming. Then it hit me like a truck. Sophia wasn't next to me. Her side of the bed was ice cold. She'd told me she had a late-night work thing. At 3 a.m. I'd bought it. I always bought it. Suddenly trust felt like the dumbest word in the dictionary. I grabbed my keys and drove. No thinking, barely breathing, just moving. The roads were deserted, glowing under that creepy orange streetlight haze. Every memory from the last few months started replaying on loop. Every time she seemed distant, every fake smile, every I'm just wiped out kiss on the cheek when she came home late. All the tiny red flags I'd ignored were now screaming in neon. By the time I pulled up to the address Marcus texted me, my hands were shaking so bad I dropped the keys twice. It was a small, tidy house, lights off, curtains closed, way too quiet. I stepped out of the car and every breath felt like it was squeezing my chest. Before I could knock, the front door eased open. A woman stood there, eyes puffy and red, skin ghost white like she'd been crying all night. You're Alex, she whispered. I swallowed hard. Where is she? She moved aside without a word. Inside, the living room felt thick, like the truth had already exploded and the smoke hadn't cleared yet. Everything looked normal, spotless even, but the tension could cut glass. On the couch sat two people, Sophia and a guy I figured was Marcus. They weren't touching, weren't even looking at each other. They looked like they were waiting for a judge to read the sentence. Sophia's eyes flicked up to mine. Alex, please don't. My voice came out rough, broken. Don't what? She stood up slowly. It's not what you think. Then tell me what it is. Her mouth opened, then shut. She stared at the floor. Marcus let out a shaky breath. My wife found out about them. She confronted Sophia. They freaked out and came here because they didn't have anywhere else to go. What does that even mean? I snapped. Sophia finally spoke, voice cracking. I messed up. Bad. Messed up. The words tasted like poison. You don't accidentally end up at another man's house at 3 in the morning. Tears filled her eyes. It was emotional, okay? It never got physical. I let out a bitter laugh that hurt my throat. Oh, perfect. That fixes everything. Her lip quivered. I never planned this. We were just talking a lot. I was drowning and he listened. Stop. I cut her off. Just stop. Every word is making it worse. The silence that followed wasn't calm. It was suffocating. Marcus's wife, her name was Lena, stood by the kitchen doorway hugging herself like she might fall apart. The four of us were total strangers connected by the exact same knife in the back. Finally I forced out the question, burning a hole in my throat. How long? Sophia closed her eyes like it hurt to even think about the answer. 2 months. 2 months. My vision went blurry. 2 months of lies dressed up as overtime and migraines and I'm fine. 2 months of me kissing her goodnight while she slipped further away. I'm sorry, she whispered. The weakest sorry in history. I sucked in a breath that felt like broken glass. You should have talked to me. You owed me that. Tears rolled down her cheeks. I was terrified. I didn't know how to say what I was feeling. I didn't want to hurt you. You hurt me way more by lying. She flinched like I'd slapped her. We all left that house separately. No screaming, no big blowout. Just this hollow dead quiet. I drove home with the windows down, November air whipping my face, hoping it would freeze something inside me so it would stop hurting. It didn't. Walking back into our house felt different. Like the walls had soaked up the betrayal. I stopped in the hallway and stared at our wedding photo, both of us laughing on the beach, her head on my shoulder, forever happy. It felt like a sick joke now. My legs gave out. I slid down the wall, pressed my hands over my eyes, but the tears came anyway. Hot, unstoppable. For the first time in years I felt completely alone. Sophia came home around noon. Her footsteps were slow, careful. "Alex," she said softly. I couldn't turn around. If I looked at her, I'd break all over again. She sat on the opposite end of the couch. "I want to explain. Explaining doesn't undo it. But you deserve the truth now." I exhaled like the air had been trapped in my lungs for hours. "Then talk." She swallowed hard. "I didn't do this because I stopped loving you. I did it because I stopped knowing who I was. Somewhere along the line I got lost trying to be the perfect wife, perfect employee, perfect everything. And when someone didn't demand perfection from me, it felt safe. Wrong but safe. Lying to you felt easier than facing how broken I'd become." I shook my head. "You were supposed to come to me, not him." "I know." Silence stretched out again, heavy and raw. Finally I said the words I knew she wasn't ready for. "I need time. I need space." Her breath caught. "Are you ending us?" "I don't know. But we both knew marriages don't shatter in one night. They crack slowly over time. And betrayal is just the hammer that finally breaks it open." She cried quietly into her hands. I didn't reach for her. Not this time. That night I lay in bed alone, staring at the ceiling until the sunrise turned everything dull gold and gray. One thought kept circling. Trust takes years to build, seconds to destroy, and sometimes never gets rebuilt at all. I didn't know if we could come back from this. I wasn't even sure I wanted to. But I knew one thing for certain. What happened at 3 a.m. didn't just reveal an affair. It ripped the cover off everything we'd been ignoring, everything we'd buried, everything we pretended wasn't there. And now the only thing left was the truth. Raw, ugly, impossible to look away from. A truth that would decide whatever came next, together or apart.